Right, the time for Showbiz and Miss G is here. Hello, Miss G.
Hello, Israel.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, good to know. Now, yesterday the focus was on Shatawale, and indeed, people are still talking about Shatawale.
Definitely.
Because of his, collaboration with Beyonce.
And because now he's telling us he's going to go on a world tour with Beyonce.
Yeah?
And all that.
Really?
Yeah, pa.
Okay, but then there's this other guy who also needs to be celebrated, Guilty Beats, because he produced
three of
the songs on that album, with Beyonce. Okay, so big ups to him. We have an interview.
Definitely, he spoke on Hits FM today, and definitely will bring you up to speed with how he even got the deal and how he previously ignored them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he got a mail. You know, these days there are lots of scams, so you can't tell. Yeah.
I need to go check my email.
Charlie, we need to. For,
yeah,
there's
Beyonce
a message from
Donald
Trump's rep. Charlie.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
All right, so let's start off with a more pressing issue because the Ghana Music Musician Union of Ghana seem to have a lot of issues on their head now.
Okay.
They are in court.
They were supposed to have an election.
Twice they have postponed that election, and they are in court now because somebody has placed an injunction on the election.
Oh, no.
He's claiming that the registers have been bloated. He thinks that some people are being forced to register even though they are not qualified members, just because certain people in the industry or who are vying for positions want to be voted for and want to rig the election. So here's a report that my colleague KMJ, who works with Joy Prime, put together.
It's something that making music so attractive to the extent that people are trying to use underhand methods to win.
So if you want the general public to know that everything is working well for you guys, just accept it.
I never knew in our music industry elections register can be bloated.
Music's national executives appointed a 5-member committee chaired by high-life musician Smart and Cancer to supervise the elections. A statement postponing the elections read in part, the decision is based on the feedback the committee has received from the initial release of the voters register for the elections.
I saw this coming, KMJ. I realized this would happen when most of the musical members started raising concerns, especially from the central region and the Shanti region. There had been concerns that some members or some people who were not musical members had gone to register, and so people didn't really like the idea of the election coming off at that particular day, which was the 26th of June. So I wasn't surprised that it was postponed to 10th, and then on the 10th we were waiting for the elections to have been held, and we also heard that it had been postponed again to 17th.
The Electoral Commission, which was to supervise the elections, is carrying out the limited registration of voters for the 2020 national elections. The statement generated controversy as many people, including some candidates, believed that there were serious internal issues which led to the postponement other than what was stated. A beatmaker who tweets with the handle Pure Thoughts on Twitter posted this on 29th June 2019. The musical election was postponed because the EC found candidates paying for members' renewal dues to get them on the register. Why isn't this headline news? Artists and musicians, you people that sleep for wolves and hyenas to take over your affairs. So the Showbiz Now team on Joy Prime engaged the user of that handle on phone to find out why he tweeted that. He sounded very convincing of the allegations against Musica, so we decided to make some calls to the EC to find out what exactly the issues were. A check at the Electoral Commission revealed that the main EC body is not in charge of the musical elections. Rather, there's a special team which handles such election. The team also placed a phone call to Mr. Simon, a presidential aspirant, and he denied the allegations. The spokesperson of the committee, Trigmatic, also denied the claims in a phone conversation with KMJ. Rascalaba Apia Levi, a musical presidential aspirant, had sought to place an injunction on the elections. He stated in a statement that he is not happy about how election issues are handled by the committee. According to him, as an aspirant, I have been watching the election process with keen interest and have come to the conclusion that there are a lot of breaches in the electoral system, especially from the roadmap to the current situation of the voters list.
Right, so and that's a reporter by KMJ. So hopefully next week they're in court and then we get to know whether this election gets to come on or not. But now let's talk about Guilty Be, the guy who did Aquab. I saw, I've been following the Big Brother Niger, and one of the days they played the song and I saw one of the contestants like them, like, oh, Ghana, you're far gone. So here's a Guilty Beats conversation with Danny Dusty on Daybreak Hits.
I was contacted last year, somewhere last year, I think. It was for a different project, but I didn't actually believe it was them because it came as an email actually. So they were saying like Beyonce something for a program. They needed like an instrumental for a performance, but I didn't really follow up. So she ended up using Coupe for that South African show at Sharon. Then I went to New York a few months back. Then I met up with the A&R that emailed me, and that's how I got involved in the whole thing, the whole project.
So they asked you to produce a song.
Yeah.
And you ended up producing 3 songs.
Yeah, some were co-production. Like, obviously, other producers were involved in the project, but...
Ghana seems to be making a lot of waves internationally. There's another young lady called Fofie, who Nicki Minaj, rapper Nicki Minaj, is bigging up on social media, and she made a post in March about Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj has also posted a video about her. So here's the post she made about Nicki Minaj.
Okay, so I knew there's another Fofie.
Yes, she's there with Nicki Minaj.
I knew you were okay.
So that's her post.
I wish that I could have this moment for life, dear Nicki Minaj. Thank you for a life-changing moment and opening all these doors. You're so sweet and genuine, such an inspiration. I'll take your loving words on board, and I'll never forget what you said. Thanking you ain't enough. Okay.
Okay, so there's a video on Nicki Minaj's page where Nana Fofie is singing, so maybe they'll pull that up for us. But it's good news for us, it's big time for us here. Let's see that video of Nana Fofie.
They call me Megatron, and I'm a fucking done. No label for a song, 5 million. Used to do this for fun. Now they singing along, so you better thank Queen for putting you on. They want to see me putting work, put my back into it. Shout out to Nicki, she the queen, so I had to do it. Some of you big mad, but still I did that. Your girl was up next, finna blow, and that's facts. My old nigga tryna fold me, bragging about how he know me. I am the price, I'm the trophy. Queen shit, bitch, not a Fofie.
Okay, so this is Nicki Minaj's post on Instagram. Ghana Stand Up and Megatron Challenge. This is my baby, Nana Fofie. I always talk about her on Queen Radio. You can thank me later. She's not a rapper, she's a singer-songwriter. And I can't wait for her to be part of my label. Her song, Odo, is I played her Mad Over You mashup on my IG while I was on vacation in Texas. Me and Bay love her music. She opened for me in Europe as well. Oh, okay, so you should actually open for Nicki Minaj at some point.
So big up Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
so we're doing great beyond the shows, So that'll be it for, you want to do it?
Yeah, I want to post something.
Post something for Nicki Minaj.
And tag me Nicki Minaj.
So
or Jay-Z.
Okay, are you one of the people asking that Jay-Z features Sarkodie in his next track? Haven't you seen that?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, Ghanaians are mean. Israel, Ghanaians are mean. I'll tell you about that tomorrow.
Oh, no. All right, thank you very much, Ms. G, for bringing us Showbiz